Good evening. This is Rashad Mitchell coming to you live from my YouTube channel. I continue on the part series of the week that was college football's history and review. 1956 college football season. Now I'm in week 3, October 6, 1956. Let's get into it. We'll start with the games that were played on Friday. It was 2 games that were played October 5th, 1956. October 5th, 1956. We're going to start on Friday. Miami, number 13 team in the country, beat Boston College 27-6 as Miami's forward Wall spilled Boston College quarterback Billy Dunlan 5 times while trying to pass. The Hurricanes halfback defensive back John Rebel Bookman collared 3 interceptions. Bookman picked off Dunlan in third quarter and dashed 34 yards to Boston College 21-yard line. Supports halfback John Verone's powerful touchdown plunge. Bookman capped night scoring with a 2-yard sprint down the sideline with another interception. Earlier, Miami quarterback Bonnie Yarborough flipped 9-yard touchdown pass to end Phil Bennett at the tackle Gary Greaves. Pounced on Eagle fumble one play prior. Boston College halfback defensive back Alan Miller stepped in front of errant King's flat pass in second quarter. Returned it 55 yards to score. Eagles and Dick Reagan's extra point was blocked by Verone to conserve 7-6 Miami lead. 11 minutes remaining before halftime. On the same Friday of October 5th, 1956, UCLA shut out Oregon 6-0 as blunders by Ducks allowed UCLA to camp, continuing in Oregon territory but without mounts until UCLA and Dick Wallen's early fourth quarter fumble recovery at Duck 1-yard line became too tantalizing to pass up, so Bruin tailback Don Long drove off right tackle to game's only score with 1:28 left into the fourth quarter, but not before UCLA offside penalty pushed it back to 6-yard line. So excellent sideline to sideline Bruins defense that was led by center linebacker Jim Matheny, who played 60 minutes, held Oregon to 128 yards rushing, 2.2 yards average. In the first half, Bruins lost ball on downs 3 times after gaining fumble at Oregon 19-yard line, getting wingback Chuck Holloway's 34-yard punt returned to 12-yard line and driving 50 yards to Duck's 7-yard line. So let's get into Saturday's games. Pennsylvania defeated Dartmouth 14-7 as the Penn's 19-game losing streak, spawned by its unreasonable schedule, was halted by softer competition in its first official Ivy League game. Dartmouth struck first on quarterback. Future Cincinnati Bengals director Mike Brown sneaked after he hit in Monte Pascal with 48-yard arrow. Big Green coach Bob Blackman then sent in his weak second unit and Penn halfback John Wainwright both hit 56 yards to set up time to score. The halfback Neil Highland. Solid tackling by Quakers, especially sub-tackle Dennis Troychak forced fumbles that twice ended Indian sorties into scoring territory. After the second recovery, Penn went 73 yards to winning score on 25-yard touchdown pass from quarterback Rich Floss to end Dick Schaefer in the second quarter. As good news of a 14-7 lead spread across campus, Franklin Field began to fill with happy students who carried right off on shoulders after the final whistle. Number 15 Army defeated Penn State 14-7 as Cadets struck for first quarter touchdown drives of 55 and 41 yards respectively, then hung on with key plays on defense. Quarterback defensive back Bob Kayaski had second quarter interception of Nittany Lions quarterback Milt Plum and ends Art Johnson and Dick Stevenson combined for 14-yard sack of Plum. So Penn State got back in the game as guard linebacker Joe Sabal had interception of Kayaski at Army 33-yard line late in the third quarter. The Lions halfback Bruce Gilmore's 31-yard sprint to 2-yard line set up fullback Maurice Fletcher's touchdown plunge early in the fourth quarter. Kayaski saved win in late going by fending off Penn State blocker and pushing Gilmore out of bounds at Cadets' 41-yard line, the 54-yard run. This bid died when lines were called for ineligible receiver down the field, penalty at the Army 36-yard line. Shutout was performed by Baylor, the number 16 team in the country, over Maryland 14-0 for the first time in 70 games. Once mighty but injury-riddled, Maryland was blanked. Baylor scored its markers in the middle quarters. Bears quarterback Doyle Trailer converted pass on 3rd and 9 to M. Earl Miller at Turp 5-yard line. Halfback Dale Schaffner slant off right tackle for touchdown at tail end of a 82-yard assault. Bear backups dominate third quarter, and Key scored as halfback Art Bale caught 11-yard pass at Maryland 9-yard line. Scored 4 plays later. Slow-moving Turtles shaded Baylor 217 yards to 201 yards on offense and made advances to 7 and 14-yard lines, only to have penalties and fumbles ruin their scoring challenges. Shutout was performed by South Carolina over North Carolina 14-0 as perplexed North Carolina coach Jim Tatum struggled with his offense and new job. Finally got Tar Heels rolling in first half against his former Maryland assistant. New mentor Ronnie Geis was enjoying more success to date in his debut season at South Carolina. Some insiders said Sam lost his brains to South Carolina. Tar Heels came up pointless in first half that found them advanced to Gamecocks 14 and 1-yard line, only to lose ball on downs. New quarterback Dave Reed also moved North Carolina to the 4-yard line. The half-time clock expired. USC, which South Carolina finished with 233 yards rushing power, 96 yards on a drive that spanned third and fourth quarter break as sophomore halfback King Dixon slipped through right tackle for last 3 runs and 7-0 lead. Gamecocks went 58 yards to quarterback Mackie Prickett's short touchdowns plunged late in fourth quarter. Heels held without first down for 29 minutes. Used halfback Daley Gobbs 43-yard kickoff returns and 22-yard catch to threaten at end. Tennessee, number 9 team in the country, beat Duke 33-20 as tailback Johnny John Majors had 105 yards and 7 carries, shined through rain-splattered afternoon to lead Tennessee to the rout of Duke. Volunteers led 19-13 at halftime. Majors was a key instrument. He punted 51 yards. Duke soon was pushed back to the 1-yard line by penalty. Volunteers took over on Duke 26-yard line at a weak punt out. Majors skipped through big hole at right tackle and raced 17 yards to score. Then added 28-yard touchdown run over left tackle at end of 5-play, 73-yard flank. Marching methodically and split T dive runs, Duke traveled on 69 71-yard touchdown drives. Cat Bob short runs by quarterback Bob Broadhead and halfback Bob Honeycutt in between. Tennessee went 71 yards to fullback Tommy Bronson's 1-yard touchdown leap drive, highlighted by Majors' 36-yard dash. Al Carter, Majors' tailback understudy, ran for 2-yard touchdown and pitched 60 yards touchdown bomb to wingback Bill Anderson in the third quarter, put vertical away. Okay, so we're going to continue on. Vanderbilt defeated Alabama 32-7. Vanderbilt was ranked number 18 in the country. They beat Alabama 32-7 in Mobile, Alabama. And sleek Vanderbilt's ship sailed through eager but overmatched Alabama for Commodore's largest win margin in 34-game series. After Tide had better play in first quarter, Vandy fullback Jimmy Ray burst for 47 yards to Alabama 9-yard line early in the second quarter. Quarterback Don Orr flipped touchdown pass to halfback Jack Hudson. Sub-quarterback Boyce Smith clicked on 3 passes to set up halfback Danny McCall's 4-yard touchdown plunge. The Commodores enjoyed 13-0 halftime lead. Vandy halfback Phil King dominated 52-yard touchdown march in third quarter with first of his 2 touchdown runs. Alabama got on the scoreboard in third quarter. 57-yard move after second half kickoff. Halfback Don Cornstalk chipped in 15 7-yard runs before diving over. Vanderbilt enjoyed 72-yard touchdown trips in the fourth quarter, but lost or to broken jaw. History rarely found Commodores condescending to Bama, but coach Art Gube chirped about foe. Alabama will win some games if they play football instead of boxing. They had a top 5 matchup between number 2 Michigan State and number 5 Michigan, where number 2 Michigan State shut out number 5 Michigan by a score of 9-0. At the score's first half, in which Michigan used surprisingly active pass attack to march up and down gridiron without scoring, Spartans got third quarter break on guard linebacker Arch Matzo's interception of Michigan fullback John Herstein. Sentinel kicker John Matsko soon made good on his first ever field goal try of 30 yards, and there was a 3-0 lead for Michigan State. Inspired Spartans forced Herstein's early fourth quarter fumble, and it led to a 5-yard touchdown run by Michigan State University halfback Dennis Mendyke. Boys will be boys. Our Friday night maize and blue painting party up road in East Lansing was halted by Michigan State campus police as 4 students were required to relinquish tickets to the next 3 games at Michigan Stadium and be confined to dormitories during those games. Next, Minnesota beat Purdue 21-14. Surprising Golden Gophers picked University for lower middle of Big Ten, stepping into possible tie picture with second half rally. Purdue took 14-7 halftime lead. Quarterback Lynn Dawson's 49-yard bomb to halfback Eric Barnes. Dawson finished so day with 102 yards passing on 7-13 passing, a touchdown and 3 interceptions. Minnesota fullback Rich Barstad, halfback Ken Bombardier rebutted with third quarter touchdowns for 21-14 game. So the Gophers' beefy defense played brilliantly in fourth quarter as quarterback defensive back Dick Larson stopped Boilermakers highback Tom Fletcher on fourth down run at 3-yard line. Center linebacker Bernie Svenson intercepted Dawson at mini 35-yard line. Ohio State, number 14 in the country, beat Stanford 32-20 as Stanford filled air with 39 passes, mostly by quarterback John Brody, to gain 2020 third quarter deadlock. Brody led Stanford touchdown margins of 80, 83, and 52 yards. Big left tackle Troy Barbie lined up in T-eligible position and grabbed 4-yard touchdown from Brody in third quarter. Indians and Joe Fraze caught 24-yard pass in fourth quarter, but coughed up fumble to Ohio halfback defensive back Joe Canavino to set up winning touchdown scored by halfback Don Clark. Fullback linebacker Galen Cisco made interceptions to set up Buckeyes' last score. Halfback Clark's 18-yard touchdown toss to halfback Jim Roseboro. Buckeyes' meager passing stats was 1 for 2 for 18 yards and a touchdown. Iowa, the number 20 team in the country, beat Oregon State 14-13. As nobody could have foreseen this Rose Bowl preview, Iowa spent most of the day overcoming bad start as Oregon State scored in 2 plays after opening kickoff fumble recovery. Beavers tailback Joe Francis threw a 30-yard touchdown to wingback Ornell Durden for early 7-0 advantage. So in the third quarter, sub-tailback Paul Lowe scooted 49 yards to give Oregon State sobering 13-0 lead. Hawkeyes natives no doubt were getting restless as their team had underachieved for the last 2 years. Iowa fullback John Nocera ignited fourth quarter rally, battering to the 10-yard line, and Nocera threw the surprise touchdown pass to end Frank Gilliam. When Beavers fumbled ensuing kickoff, Hawkeyes happily countered with a 33-yard touchdown pass by quarterback Randy Duncan, winning conversion by end kicker Bob Prescott his second extra point. Colorado defeated Kansas by a score of 26-25. Each team scored in every quarter as Big 7 tilt swung on nullified trying extra point by Kansas. Center kicker Galen Wallmeyer, who missed longer kick in fourth quarter at the penalty by a lineman who rocked slightly offside. Seesaw battle opened in unusual fashion. Buffalo's end defensive end Jerry Leahy burst through to swipe handoff from Jayhawks quarterback Dave Preston, which Leahy took unmolested before 7-yard touchdown in the first 5 minutes. KU quarterback Bob Marshall came in for next series and whipped up long touchdown drive off option runs. Halfback Bobby Robinson made 21-yard sprint. Marshall hit in Jim Letcaffick's for 14-yard pass, and Marshall scored for 1-yard line. Kansas threatened in the second quarter as halfback Charlie McHugh It raced 30 yards, but Colorado held it at its 27-yard line and powered 73 yards to 14-7 lead as tailback Howard Cook scored his first touchdown. Tailback Bob Stransky's poor quick kick positioned the Jayhawks at Buffalo's 39-yard line for fullback Homer Floyd's 24-yard touchdown catch. Floyd broke through left guard. Don presents Reuter's block early in third quarter for 36-yard run. The Kansas first lead at 19-14. Defensive back Cook made interception to set up his own touchdown in the last 2 seconds of third quarter, which put Bison ahead 20-19. That he threw key block to Spring Stransky for the 80-yard touchdown jump for 26-19 edge. Texas Christian defeated Arkansas. Texas Christian ranked number 8. They defeated Arkansas by a score of 41-6. TCU halfback Ken Weinberg solo alone for 11-yard first quarter touchdown reception from quarterback Chuck Curtis that he may as well have been disguised as grass. Weinberg also built it to briefly faked 46-yard counter touchdown run in the second quarter, so Arkansas helpful Southwest Conference title, though of course made only third quarter threat. But slender sub quarterback Don Christian and 4 injured George Walker lost fumble at TCU 27-yard line. Horn Frog All-American halfback Jim Swank caught 36-yard pass and answering drive to set up Curtis touchdown sneak and tallied himself at outset of the fourth quarter. So Razorbacks' only scores came in fourth quarter on 11 plays, good for 74 yards and a touchdown by fullback Gerald Nesbitt. And finally, Louisiana State lost to Rice by a score of 23-14 as quarterback Frank Ryan came up with 2 big plays in the first half. So Speedy Rice took 13-7 lead after Bengals roughing penalty negated Rice punt allowed Owls to keep ball near midfield. Ryan arched long pass to superb sophomore end Buddy Dow, who beat LSU halfback defensive back Matt Barnes for 51-yard touchdown. Tigers answered in the second quarter when fourth team fullback Steve Thompson barreled over to tie 7-7. Rice reached LSU 32-yard line in the second quarter, and Ryan faded to pass, fake throw, and lit out for goal line on scramble that brought the Owls second touchdown. Fullback kicker Jerry Hall made 28-yard field goal in third quarter, and Houston Stonians halfback Howard Holster broke away for a spectacular 55-yard touchdown run in the fourth quarter. LSU's Burns got some measure of touchdown revenge when he scored on a 10-yard pass in fourth quarter after halfback J.W. Broadnex ran with 52 yards out 15-yard line. So concludes look at week 3, the week that was, the games that were played on October the 6th. Look at the AP poll of October 8th. Number 1 was Oklahoma. Number 2, Michigan State. Number 3, Georgia Tech. Number 4, Texas Christian. Ohio State was number 5, Tennessee 6, Mississippi 7, Southern California 8, Texas A&M 9, Baylor 10, number 11, Miami 12, Michigan, Vanderbilt number 13, Navy 14, Army 15, 16, George Washington, number 17, Minnesota, number 18, Notre Dame, number 19, Southern Methodist, and for the 20th spot, it was a tie between South Carolina and West Virginia. So that concludes a look at week 3, the week that was, the games that were played on October 5th and October 6th. Please subscribe to the channel, like, comment, that we can support the channel. Until then, talk to you tomorrow.